literally just getting started on my live here. So come on in. If we haven't met before, I'm Dr. Elena Sherwood. I'm a relationship coach and I was a couples therapist for 35 years. And so now I do education and I come live whenever I can, if I have a spare moment, which I happen to today, to give some free relationship advice. So I've been on TikTok about 3-4 years now, and I've been on YouTube about a little bit longer. And so somehow I've managed to do a little low-tech stream on both my channels. So today I am here to give you some free relationship advice. Tell me where I'm finding you. Where am I finding you today? Welcome. So for those of if you don't know, I'm in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I'm Canadian. Do I have any other Canadians here? I know I have quite a few American friends. Oh, thanks for the hearts, you guys. Wow, a follow. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time being here. So do let me know if you have any questions that I can answer. If I seem a little distracted, I'm looking at two cameras right now. Either way, oh, another follow, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, TikTok. You guys are awesome. I'm Canadian, Peterborough. Whoa, I love Peterborough. I have one of my very, very good friends. My maid of honor lives there. Chicago, welcome. I'm pretty sure Chicago, we're in the same time zone, right? Eastern. Welcome. Regina, been through there several times. Lovely little city, Quebec. Welcome, Quebec. If I'm catching you, oh, hi, good morning. Good morning, you guys. Sunday morning, I had about an hour to use up before I had to get ready to do some stuff. So I just thought I'd pop on here. Let me know if you have any questions I can answer. That's what I'm here for. I love giving free relationship advice. Ontario, Whitehorse. Okay, Canada, Swift Current, Saskatchewan, right? Is that sort of in the southern part or in the northern part? Because Saskatchewan's huge. Welcome. Let me know if you have any. Okay, good. Yeah, northern, southern. I'm middle. Anyway, that's okay. Welcome, north. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any relationship questions I can answer, because that is quite literally my purpose for being here today for you. All right. How do I make sure to not undermine my boyfriend's insecurities? Can you give me just a little bit more on what you mean by that? Do you mean like you don't take advantage because he's insecure? Is that kind of where you're going with that? Hello from Mauritius. Whoa. Always beautiful weather there, isn't it? Welcome. I'm at a point to put cameras in the house to prove I am not cheating. Whoa. Okay. Your partner thinks you're cheating? Is that what that's about? Hello, welcome. Okay. So, oh, I see. Okay. So you're telling me that your partner is overthinking, believes you're cheating, and there's nothing you can do to prove that you're not? You sound like you have a partner who's perhaps over anxious and who has had maybe quite a bit of heartache in his own time. Her time. And so there's not a lot you can do. If it is getting too much for you, you can let them know that you need to get some help for this because this is getting ridiculous. And so be clear about that. It's that you don't now want to be overdoing and making yourself crazy. Keep your head. Don't succumb to where they might be wanting for you to go. So keep your head and speak your mind and be firm in your point of view. Okay. Hello. Welcome. Yes. What's your thoughts on interfaith, different religion people for dating leading to marriage? If you ask me, it's not a big deal. I'm Catholic. I married a Protestant. I'm from the Philippines. I'm Asian. He's Caucasian. I'm saying do not have the conversations where you think you might have some trouble, though. But it's not a big deal. You find a way. I mean, how many? It's not uncommon for people to fall in love with whoever they are in love with, and it's just that's kind of how it goes, right? So don't Don't overthink it. I don't leave the house though. Good morning from PEI. Welcome. You don't go out, and so does he think you're cheating by internet? Does he think you're cheating on your phone? But I'm saying that this is not. It sounds like your partner needs, to be honest, needs to sit down with himself and rein himself in, assuming, of course, that he's overblown. My question to you is, why do you think he is this? My question to you is there a reason he has become so protective and so insecure? Because we're always trying to look inward, right? We're always trying to look at the questions that we can answer within. Okay. Somebody's suggesting, yeah, he needs to step back himself. How can I get out of a toxic relationship? Okay, I'm just going to acknowledge that from the other lady. She said, yes, he has been cheated on for a long time. And then he needs to sit himself down to clarify the difference between the past and the present and how he could be pushing you away with this obsession. So it does sound like he needs some personal help, to be honest. Okay, how do I get out of a toxic relationship? Are you living together? Are you married? Are you dating? Give me a little bit more, because the answer changes. I will look for that. Why am I afraid? Why am I afraid of commitment and enjoy being single? Maybe because you like that. Okay. All right. I want to address this. Just you guys, I'm sure if you've been on any of my lives before, I jump around. Such is life. I wish there were 5 of me while I was on here, but I can't help it. So to get out of a toxic relationship. Okay. We are supposed to be kind, respectful human beings generally, right? That's a given. Depending on how toxic this is, you can disregard that. You can disregard, never mind being respectful and kind. If you're in a toxic relationship, your needs come first. It's okay for you to do that. It's okay for you to say, if I have to break up by text, I'm going to break up by text. If I have to break up in a public place because I think he's going to or she's going to lose her crap there, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm saying is, you do what you have to. Maybe you need to bring in the team. You just have to understand that toxic relationships are slowly killing you, and you just have to make a plan and stick with it. Bring in external resources if you need it. Bring in your best friends, bring in your family, bring in your neighbors, bring in who you need to help you out. Look up. This is actually a situation that somebody had to face. I might have to call the cops on him, because if he doesn't leave, it's my house. How do I leave? Then you call the cops on him. You look into your legal rights. Whatever it is, you get your plan going and you follow through and you don't look back. And I have a video on my YouTube channel called Surviving Breakups. Okay. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. Why am I afraid of commitment and enjoy being single? Well, perhaps it's not really unafraid. Maybe it's not fear. Maybe you're just very comfortable. Okay. Well, because I am a retired therapist, I got to ask you the right questions here, because that's what you're here for. That's what I'm here for. What are you afraid of? What do you think will happen if you actually get in a relationship? Because at the heart of it, all of us fear being hurt, being harmed, being left behind, being abandoned, being rejected, being dismissed, being belittled, becoming in a toxic relationship, all of that. That's all of us are terrified of that. So if that's probably seated in you, then it's time to have a look at why that is. And is this really the life that you want long term? And just so you know, we as in general are social beings. We as humans like to interact with others, and we learn a lot more about ourselves as we interact with others. Okay. Don't marry an atheist, please. That's somebody's advice. Yes, he's Jamaican and Canadian. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to overthink it though. Okay. Just let it be what it is. I mean, people marry interculture, they're, just don't use this as your excuse to not getting involved, because that's what a lot of people do. They find reasons to sabotage relationships, and really good relationships end sometimes because before they've even began, because people are scared. And like I said, we are all scared. All right. Thank you for the follow. Wow, I just noticed a bunch of them. Appreciate that, you guys. Okay, so I'm thinking he should do one-on-one counseling before we think couples therapy. Yes, I do. I do. And for some people, the counseling or the therapy works. Not everybody is a therapy person, though. And so for some people, they do better picking up a really good book. Now, if you're with someone, I personally will not have benefited from very, very few actual books, because I don't know, I like videos. I like somebody telling me, I need somebody to tell me what's actually going on in the space. And so depending on what kind of needs your partner has. Calgary, welcome. Another follow. You guys are awesome. Dr. Williams here. Recap, please. I'm not sure what that means. If you have a question, please answer. And thank you for the follow, you guys. Perfect. Thank you. Again, let's not overthink this. Okay, at the heart of everything is us being responsible for our own actions, which includes speaking up. Whatever is going on, if you are feeling something, whether it's a discomfort, whether it's frustration, whether it's just anger or emotion, we are obligated to speak our minds, especially when it comes to our intimate relationships. This is how people lose themselves, is when they don't speak up. All right. Thank you for the follow, you guys. Okay, now, have I missed any questions so far? I know I'm zooming past. Okay, here we go. I just saw this one. I need that too. My 30-year marriage is toxic. Oh, sweetie. Hey, you're still alive. I had a friend who used to joke about, maybe not in this life, maybe in the next life I'll get it right. Girl, you're still alive. Whoever you are, you're not dead. There is plenty of life on you. True fact. I was watching a little thing on Antonio Banderas. Somebody was saying, well, now that you're whatever, what are you thinking? You're thinking of retirement? And he looked at him and goes, what are you talking about? I'm only 60. Yeah. Life is this life, people, this life, the one you're in now, that's the one you're supposed to bloom in. That's the one you're supposed to take control of. That's the one you're supposed to shine. Okay. All right. Thank you for the follows. Whoa, you guys are incredible. All right. Financially stuck, retired. Okay. Understandable. If you've been together though, then you must have some shared, legally, you have some rights here. And so don't discount that, because you have that. And maybe you have to lower your standards on how you live. Maybe you need to couch surf for a while with one of your kids or one of your friends until you can find your bearings. You are not helpless. We are rarely as helpless as we can convince ourselves we are. Hope everybody's hearing that. And thank you for the roses, you guys. I appreciate that. Any other questions? I just have another few minutes to be, okay, what am I doing here? Let me know. Okay, where's my coffee? Here's my coffee. Look at that, you guys. McDonald's has the Christmas stuff out. Oh, thank you. Yeah, McDonald's has the Christmas cups out. It's like November the 5th, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Any other questions? How can I help today? Hands are cold. It's starting to get cold here in Ottawa. What's the weather like where you guys are? Anybody here like me who's a warm person living in a cold place, or a cool person living in a warm place? That's good. Not not my favorite way to live. You're radiating positivity. First time on your live, and I love it. Oh, you are sweet. Thank you. Hold on a second. I'm gonna. You guys, I just hung up on my mother-in-law. She always calls, like, we have 3 different lines, my husband's, mine, and the house. So she'll call the house now. We'll ignore that when it rings. Thank you, you guys. Okay. So does anybody have any other relationship questions? Oh, yes. And also, as you come in here, let me know where you are, because, this is the point of connecting. Okay, nothing going on there. All right. One of the things I want to warn people of is that whether you're in even if you're just starting to date, or whether you're in a long-term relationship, it's very easy for you to want to run. Because at some point things feel uncomfortable, or at some point, you're just going to want some space, but don't ask for like space, like let's break up, let's take a break. Ask for some mental space and take that yourself, because I'm not crazy about people who break up, get back, break up, because when you do that, you're breaking their trust and you're breaking the feeling of security in a relationship. So I just want to say that. Hi, -1 with snow here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Oh, yeah. Well, we're what are we? Okay, we're only 2 degrees this morning, and I think we're supposed to get rain. Yeah, I know. It's kind of, yeah. Lived in Winnipeg, though. I did my master's in University of Manitoba. So I lived in Tashi Hall on campus for a while. All right. If there aren't any other questions, I'm gonna skedaddle. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah. Tip for getting over someone. Oh, I feel like I have been waiting on someone for years. Thank you. Okay. You're telling me, let me just see if I'm extracting the right information here. You've been waiting for someone, and that someone has not come, a particular person, and now you want to stop waiting and move on. Did I get that right? Okay. I'm getting that from the heart. So that's what that means. Okay. You're not meant to wait around for someone to see you as a valuable, amazing human. If this person is in your orbit and they still don't see you, even if they did see you for a little bit, they're not a person who sees you. We need to be with people who are ecstatic that we've chosen them. We used to be together. He has come in and out of my life. Okay. If you were here about 3 minutes ago, remember me saying, I am not a fan of this coming in and out, because that's not real life. That's not what solid relationships are made for. It's not what they're made with. And so do not be with anybody who's coming and going. No, you need the solid stuff. You deserve the solid stuff. That's the stuff that's really good for you, for your heart, for your mind, for your body, for your soul. And it's also good for them and their heart and their mind and their soul. It's supposed to be healthy. If it isn't, then you fix whatever it is that isn't healthy. If you can't, mainly because it's not for you to fix, or your partner isn't on board with what you're needing to fix, then you have to get out. I know it's easy for me to just kind of say, get out, but you know what? Or you find yourself, 30 years with someone that you didn't really, really, really want to be with anymore, like year 5. Okay, I have a habit of running away. I don't know how to stop. I regret messing it up in the first place. That's okay. All right. I love that you can acknowledge that you run away. And so here's my tip. Find ways to run without running. Just like I was saying, take mental spaces. Maybe you just need a mental break where you're not pushing them away, but you're just being by yourself for a while. And maybe this just means you finding things just for you that you find really rewarding. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe it's a little bit of solo travel. Maybe it's a club. Maybe it's a meetup. Maybe it's a community. Maybe it's a place of worship. Whatever it is. because just because we're missing something inside, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with our relationship. So yeah, so you have to be careful with that. You can run without running. One of the ways, I'll be honest, one of the ways I ran without running is I went back to school. I love my husband, but at the times that things were whatever, I needed something that was only for me. And I knew that we were strong enough. And so we made it work, and it made us stronger. Okay. Thank you for the follow, you guys. Thank you for all of this. If you haven't followed me yet, now's a great time. I am going to have to cut off. I do counseling online? So I now do coaching. And yes, all of my services are virtual, and you can connect with me in my profile. And also, you guys, I have